Bezos and his new bride, Lauren Sánchez, with the couple's wedding Friday.
What does it take to go from reading the evening news to marrying the world's richest man in a $50 million wedding that's got everyone talking? Lauren Sánchez didn't just walk down the aisle with Jeff Bezos. She turned their love story into a global spectacle that's equal parts glitz, gossip, and side-eye. From foam parties on a $500 million yacht to a guest list that reads like a Hollywood power summit, their Venice wedding was anything but ordinary. But behind the velvet slippers and A-list selfies, there's a story that's got the internet buzzing with questions. Is Lauren Sánchez a mastermind who played the billionaire game to perfection? Or is she just caught in a whirlwind of wealth and drama? Let's dive into the chaos and find out what's really going on. First up, picture this. Venice, Italy, June 2025. The canals are buzzing with water taxis ferrying celebrities to a private island called San Giorgio Maggiore. Jeff Bezos, the Amazon kingpin worth over $200 billion, and Lauren Sánchez, a former news anchor turned high-flying socialite, are tying the knot. The price tag? A cool $50 million, maybe more. Nearly 200 guests, think Kim Kardashian, Oprah, Leonardo DiCaprio, show up to witness a 3-day extravaganza that's less wedding and more blockbuster production. There's a black tie ceremony, a foam party on Jeff's $500 million yacht, and a pajama-themed after-party where guests slip into silk robes and velvet slippers gifted by the couple. Women got black Amazon slippers, while men scored blue Venetian ones from some luxury brand nobody's heard of. It's the kind of event where even the goodie bags scream money, stuffed with Venetian treats and pastries. But as lavish as it sounds, something about the vibe has people whispering. Was this really about love, or was it a carefully staged power move? Let's rewind to understand how Lauren got here. She wasn't always sipping champagne with billionaires. Back in the day, Lauren was a third-generation Mexican-American from New Mexico, grinding as a local TV reporter in California. She bounced between sports broadcasting and entertainment gigs, a familiar face, but never a household name. Here's where it gets interesting. Lauren didn't just report on celebrities, she got close to them. In the early 2000s, she dated NFL star Tony Gonzalez and had a son with him, but Tony was just the start. Her real leap came when she married Patrick Whitesell, a Hollywood mega agent worth nearly $2 billion. This guy wasn't just rich. He was a kingmaker, repping A-listers and deciding who got the big deals. Marrying him didn't just open doors for Lauren, it handed her the keys to the elite. Suddenly, she's on red carpets, landing bigger media gigs, and mingling with producers who'd never have noticed her otherwise. Some say Patrick planted her in those rooms, and the whispers aren't wrong. But Lauren wasn't done climbing. She didn't just want rich, she wanted the richest. And that's when Jeff Bezos entered the picture. But hold up, their love story didn't start with roses and romance. It kicked off with a scandal that had tabloids working overtime. Back in 2018, Lauren was still married to Patrick Whitesell, and Jeff was hitched to MacKenzie Scott, the philanthropist and author who helped build Amazon. Then, early 2019, the National Enquirer dropped a bombshell. Jeff and Lauren were secretly involved. The details were juicy and brutal. Leaked texts, allegedly sent by Jeff to Lauren, hit the internet like a wrecking ball. We're talking cringeworthy lines like, "I want to breathe you in, I love you alive, girl." Oof. There were even reports of intimate selfies and towel pics floating around, painting a picture of a full-blown affair while both were still married. Rumor has it Lauren sent some of those messages to her brother, Michael Sánchez, and somehow they ended up in the tabloids. Michael later faced legal heat over the leak, but the damage was done. Jeff and Lauren weren't just a couple, they were a scandal that had everyone talking, judging, and memeing. And that was only the beginning. But what happened next would turn their messy start into a calculated rebrand. How did Lauren go from tabloid villain to billionaire bride? And why does their wedding feel more like a PR campaign than a celebration? Let's keep going. So, Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sánchez survived the 2019 scandal, but they didn't just move on, they turned it into a launchpad. Fast forward to their 2025 wedding, and it's clear this wasn't just about saying, "I do." It was about screaming, "We're here and we're untouchable." The Venice event felt like a masterclass in optics. Every detail, from the star-studded guest list to the Instagram-ready photo ops, seemed engineered to dominate headlines. Kim Kardashian gushed on Instagram, saying she cried watching Lauren walk down the aisle. Oprah was there, mingling like it was her own party. Even Leonardo DiCaprio showed up with his latest model girlfriend. But here's what's got people talking. Were these Lauren's real friends or just a rented crowd for clout? Rumors swirled that some celebs were there for the yacht, the headlines, or maybe just the free slippers. The whole thing felt like a Met Gala with a marriage license, and the internet wasn't buying the besties narrative. Posts on X called it a social chessboard, with Lauren moving pieces to build her influencer brand. Now let's talk about Lauren's glow-up. This wedding wasn't just a party, it was her coming out as Lauren 2. Zero the billionaire's wife with a social media game plan. Her wedding dress, a corset-laced Atelier Versace number, had the internet spiraling. Some called it stunning. Others said it looked like a costume drama gone wrong. Her bachelorette party in Paris with Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian, pure content fodder. Every outfit, from silk party gowns to off-the-shoulder mini dresses, screamed, "I'm not just a bride, I'm a brand." Doc critics on X pointed out the timing. Lauren's sudden surge in viral clips and celebrity sightings feels like a calculated pivot to influencer status. But here's the catch. People can smell when it's forced. Comments compared her bridesmaids' outfits to dystopian uniforms, and the vibe felt more performative than personal. Is Lauren trying to be the next Kim Kardashian, or is she just playing the part? The jury's still out, but the whispers are loud. While Lauren was curating her spotlight, someone else was stealing it without even trying. Enter MacKenzie Scott, Jeff's ex-wife, who's been quietly rewriting what it means to have power. Since their 2019 divorce, MacKenzie's donated over $19 billion to more than 2,000 nonprofits, funding everything from education to global equality. No yachts, no phone parties, just real impact. While Lauren's wedding was called wasteful and out of touch, MacKenzie was building schools and empowering communities. The contrast is stark. One's chasing headlines, the other's changing lives. MacKenzie didn't show up in Venice. She didn't need to. Her work speaks louder than any paparazzi shot. And that's why people are side-eyeing Lauren's $50 million flex. It's not just about the money, it's about what you do with it. In a world with real problems, Lauren's silk robes and celebrity sleepovers feel like a fever dream of excess. But the drama didn't stop when the vows were said. The after-parties brought a whole new wave of chaos, from celebrity hookups to wild rumors. What went down in Venice after the lights went out? And what does it all say about Lauren's true game plan? Let's wrap this up. The Venice wedding didn't end with a kiss. It exploded into a series of after-parties that had tabloids buzzing and X-posts going wild. Picture this. It's 4 a.m. Porn celebrities are stumbling out of a pajama-themed bash, still in silk robes, looking like they just survived a reality show finale. Ellie Goulding was belting out hits at the reception, a choice that felt random to some. Fans on X speculated she was picked for name recognition without stealing Lauren's spotlight. Then there's the gossip. Sydney Sweeney was spotted dancing with Tom Brady and newly single Brooks Nader, moving like she was auditioning for a rom-com. Orlando Bloom. He was cozy with Sydney one minute, then seen the next morning in a water taxi with a mystery woman, looking hungover and happy. The internet went into overdrive trying to ID her, but no luck. There were even whispers of a secret Hollywood freak-off, a term floating around X for elite parties with shady vibes. None of this is confirmed, but the rumors alone kept the wedding trending for days. It wasn't a celebration, it was a carnival of clout. So what's the real story behind Lauren Sánchez? Is she a genius who turned a news anchor gig into a billionaire's wedding, complete with a celebrity entourage? Or is she a symbol of everything people hate about wealth and excess? The truth might be both. Lauren's climb from local reporter to Jeff Bezos' wife is undeniably impressive. She navigated Hollywood's power circles, leveraged key relationships, and landed at the top. But the leaked texts, the over-the-top wedding, and the questionable friendships make people uneasy. Some admire her hustle. After all, she's not just Mrs. Bezos. She's a pilot, a space traveler, and a media player in her own right. Others see her as a social climber who traded authenticity for access. Posts on X call her everything from thirsty to iconic, and the debate's only getting louder. Here's the kicker. While Lauren's feeding the internet with glitz and drama, MacKenzie Scott's out there proving power doesn't need a spotlight. That contrast isn't just about money, it's about intention. Lauren's wedding was a flex, but was it for love, legacy, or just likes? The internet's got its theories, and so do I. Maybe Lauren's playing a game nobody else understands, or maybe she's just riding the wave of Jeff's wealth. Either way, she's got the world's attention. and she's not letting go anytime soon. So, what do you think? Is Lauren Sánchez a mastermind building her empire, or is she caught in a cycle of excess and scrutiny? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your take. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.